Genesis 8 Summary 1. God remembers Noah and all living creatures in the ark. Verses 15. Content God remembered Noah and all the living creatures in the ark. He sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. The springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens were closed, and the rain stopped. The water gradually receded, and on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. By the 1st day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. Message: the beginning of God's remembrance and salvation. 2. Exploration from the ark. Verses 612. Content after 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark, and sent out a raven, which kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove found no place to set its feet, and returned to him in the ark. After another 7 days, he sent out the dove again, and that evening it returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf. After waiting another 7 days, he sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return. Message: patience and hope while waiting for God's promise. 3. Command to leave the ark. Verses 13-19. Content in the 601st year of Noah's life, on the 1st day of the 1st month, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark, and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God commanded Noah to come out of the ark, along with his family and all the animals. They obeyed and left the ark. Message: a new beginning and obedience to God's command. 4. Noah's sacrifice and God's covenant. Verses 20-22. Content Noah built an altar to the Lord, and, taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart that never again would he curse the ground because of man, even though every inclination of his heart is evil from childhood. He also promised that as long as the earth endures, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. Message: God's promise and blessing. Overall summary. Genesis 8 describes how God remembered Noah and all the living creatures in the ark, causing the floodwaters to recede. After the waters dried up, Noah, his family, and all the animals left the ark to start anew. This chapter emphasizes God's remembrance, patience and hope, new beginnings, and God's promises and blessings. The key message is trust and gratitude for God's salvation and new beginnings.